Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing something about the world feels different. You step outside expecting the usual noise of the city, cars moving, people rushing to offices, shops opening for another busy day. But instead, the streets are unusually quiet. Office towers stand empty, factories run silently with machines inside, delivery vehicles move through the city without drivers. Even restaurants operate with almost no staff. At first, it seems strange, but temporary. Then you hear a statistic that changes everything. According to artificial intelligence safety researcher Roman Yampolskiy, artificial intelligence could eventually lead to 99% unemployment. Not a small economic shift, almost everyone. And suddenly, the future doesn't feel distant anymore, because this isn't about automation the way we've seen before. This is about something entirely new. Artificial general intelligence. A type of intelligence that doesn't just complete tasks, but understands them, improves itself, and eventually surpasses human intelligence in almost every area. So the real question is no longer whether AI will change the world. The real question is how fast it will happen and what humanity will look like when it does. The turning point humanity didn't notice. To understand why this moment is different, we need to look at how technology changed the world in the past. For most of history, machines helped humans work more efficiently. The tractor improved farming, but farmers still existed. Computers improved offices, but employees were still needed. The internet connected people, but didn't replace human decision-making. Technology replaced tasks, not people. But artificial intelligence is different. Modern AI systems don't just follow instructions, they learn. They analyze enormous amounts of data, discover patterns, and improve every time they are used. And this ability changes everything. Because the moment a machine can learn faster than humans, progress begins to accelerate. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. The black box problem. But there's something about modern AI that many people don't realize. We don't fully understand how it works. That might sound surprising. After all, humans built these systems. But the most advanced AI models operate in a way researchers call a black box. We can see what information goes into the system. We can see the answer that comes out. But the internal reasoning process is incredibly complex and often impossible to fully explain. It's like planting a seed that grows into something intelligent without knowing exactly how it thinks. This raises an important concern. If we are building machines that may eventually become smarter than humans, we need to understand how they make decisions. Because once intelligence surpasses ours, controlling it may not be simple. The global race for artificial intelligence. Another reason the future may arrive faster than expected is competition. Around the world, governments and technology companies are racing to build the most advanced artificial intelligence systems, and the stakes are enormous. The first organization to develop true artificial general intelligence could gain massive economic, scientific, and strategic power. So no one wants to fall behind. Companies invest billions of dollars. Nations build massive computing infrastructure. Researchers push technology forward at unprecedented speed, and the race continues. Not because everyone wants it to, but because stopping isn't really an option. The arrival of artificial general intelligence. At some point, experts believe we may reach a milestone called AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. This is the moment when the machine can perform any intellectual task a human can. Not just one job, every job. Writing software, running businesses, designing technology, conducting research, solving global problems. Once AGI exists, something extraordinary could happen. It could begin improving itself. And when intelligence improves intelligence, the pace of progress could explode. And this is where the future becomes difficult to predict. When machines enter the physical world, many people believe that physical jobs are safe. After all, building houses or repairing infrastructure requires movement and coordination. But robotics is advancing quickly. Machines are learning to walk, lift objects, and interact with the real world. Factories are already using advanced robots, warehouses are becoming increasingly automated, and researchers are developing humanoid robots capable of performing tasks in human environments. Once machines can both think and move like humans, entire industries could change. Transportation, construction, manufacturing, logistics. The transformation could be faster than previous industrial revolutions. What happens to jobs? If machines can perform almost every task better than humans, the question becomes unavoidable. What happens to work? For centuries, human societies have been built around jobs. Work provided income, identity, and purpose. But in a world where machines do most of the work, that system may need to change. At first, the transition could be chaotic. Industries might collapse. Economic systems may struggle to adapt. Governments may need to rethink how societies function. But eventually, a new model could emerge. The jobs that might survive. Interestingly, some experts believe a few types of work may still exist, not because humans are more efficient, but because people value human connection. In situations involving trust or responsibility, individuals might still prefer dealing with another human. Spiritual guidance may remain deeply human-centered, and entertainment could still revolve around human performance. Sports, music, storytelling, these experiences matter because we connect with the people behind them. Watching a human succeed despite limitations is inspiring. A perfect machine performance doesn't create the same emotional connection. So in a strange way, the future of work may depend less on productivity and more on meaning. A strange possibility about reality. As AI becomes more advanced, some researchers are asking an unexpected question. What if our reality isn't the original one? If civilizations eventually create extremely realistic simulated worlds, they might run billions of them. Entire universes inside computers, complete histories, complete societies. If that happens, statistically speaking, it may become more likely that we are inside a simulation rather than the original physical universe. It sounds like science fiction, but it's a theory that philosophers and scientists are seriously exploring, and artificial intelligence might be the technology that eventually makes such simulations possible. A world without work. Now imagine what daily life might look like if most jobs disappear. At first, it could be confusing. People would need new ways to define their lives. Cities might change, education systems might transform, the idea of a career might become less important. But over time, something interesting might happen. Human life could shift away from survival and toward exploration. Instead of asking what someone does for a living, we might ask different questions. What are you learning? What are you creating? What experiences are you pursuing? It would be one of the biggest cultural shifts in human history. Preparing for an uncertain future. So how should humanity prepare for a world that might change this dramatically? Some experts believe adaptability will be the most important skill. The ability to learn quickly, to think creatively, to understand complex systems. Others believe the most important developments may come from science itself. Researchers are exploring ways to extend human lifespan through medical advancements. If humans live longer while AI transforms society, our entire understanding of life could change. The future may not just be about smarter machines. It may also be about longer, more meaningful human lives. The final thought.
The future many people imagined for the next century might arrive much sooner than expected. Artificial intelligence could reshape economies, transform societies, and challenge our understanding of reality itself. And whether that future becomes a crisis or an incredible opportunity depends on the choices humanity makes today. Because the age of AI isn't something far away, it has already begun. So imagine this for a moment. If tomorrow work no longer existed, what would you choose to do with your life?